Okay, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining. My usual indications at the beginning are that for those who are not regulars, I highly recommend to have blocks. One, preferably 2 blocks. They help a lot throughout the class. Then a belt. We often need a belt. Today we will need a belt. Well, most of us. It depends if you've got short arms like mine. No, it depends if you can reach your legs and other places. And the blanket. Blanket we don't use all the time, but it's nice to have. So these are the 3 B's, yeah? The blanket, block, and belt. And in the order would be block first, then belt, and then blanket. If you don't have them, then you can use for blocks, I don't know, Tupperwares or boxes or books, but really it's a nice, a good investment to click on Amazon or go out and get some blocks. Secondly, about the type of class, this is a online class. I have to be totally honest, I really can't see you. I can just see nice little faces and smiles, but I cannot actually see your bodies well enough to be able to, indicate what you're doing wrong and what you're not. So it's kind of a remote class, and I had a teacher who used to say that the instructor in these online classes is really the control tower, just directing, and you are flying the plane. Yeah, so you're totally 100% in charge of your plane, of your body. And that's not just to get off the responsibility, it's just that it's the best way and it's the only way. And also in yoga, we're trying to encourage some self-awareness, self-knowledge, introspection, and there's nothing easier to start this journey inwards than through the body. So self-awareness and the usual indication, if it hurts, you're probably doing something wrong, and just pull back. Should be no pinching and no sharp pains. We should stretch and we should challenge ourselves, but anything that feels wrong probably is wrong, so just pull back. Then let's just take it easy. Let's not just push to the limit and actually damage some tendon or muscle or worse still, bone, because we've got time. We just have to slowly get better with time. So with that said, we'll start by just having a little bit of mindfulness coming into ourselves. Maybe you can actually pay attention to your breathing, pay attention to your heart, pay attention to your body. And let's just find a moment of peace inside and awareness. And then with that done, we can flutter our eyes open. The class is going to be quite dedicated to shoulders, so I hope you got good shoulders. If not, then just take it easy and I will give you optional moves to move. So let's start by actually just moving those shoulders, bringing the arms up as we breathe in and fill up the lungs to a full capacity. Taking the shoulders up towards the skies and not crunching into the ears. Fill up the lungs, and then empty them slowly and gently by putting the palms down and bring them both arms down, and just feel how the rib cage changes completely, and the shoulders of course, but the rib cage as well. Let's do that one more time. Bring the arms up, breathe in, fill up the lungs. And then emptying very gently. It's a nice long breath, and they are intentional. Yeah, we're actually trying to fill up the lungs completely. The lungs, well, not the lungs, but the thoracic box or the rib cage, bringing in, arms up again, palms up. The rib cage is also connected by muscles, and these muscles can also be exercised, and they are important in the process of breathing. And breathing out, arms out. And as we age, these muscles sort of stiffen and our rib cage stiffens, and we kind of find it more and more difficult to breathe. So let's just take this in a nice way. Last breath, fully fill up the lungs. Arms up to the sides, hands towards the sky, stretch shoulders. And then breathing out and releasing the arms very gently down. We're going to continue doing with the breathing. We're going to continue the stretching. So left hand on the left side, and then we're going to take the right arm over our right ear and bending to the left as we breathe out. Breathing in, arms up, shoulders up. Right hand to the right side and we bend to the right. Very conscious long breaths. And with the breath goes the bending, of course. Breathing in, arms up. One more time on the left side. Breath left side, breathe out. Make the breath conscious and intentional. And then breathing in, arms up. Just warming up the spine, yeah? Breathing out to the right. What's this mouse doing with my mat? And we breathe to the right. We bend to the right. Next in-breath, arms up. Now we're going to rotate or twist, yes? Breathe in, fill out the lungs, arms up. Right hand, left knee, and we twist to the left. Again, consciously and intentionally breathing out. Breathing in, both arms up. Left hand, right knee, bending to the, twisting to the right. Both arms up. One more time on the left, right hand, left knee, and twist to the left. Breathing in, both arms up. And we twist to the right. Both arms up, breathe in. Hands on the thighs or on the knees with the palms facing up. Now we're going to do some cat-cows here. We're just going to let the hands slide, yeah? So we're going to breathe in, open the chest, chin slightly up, and navel, or the hips twist facing forward. This would be the cow. And then the cat would be rounding the shoulders, rounding the spine, chin to chest, and twisting the hips forward. Breathing in, cow. So just do it consciously and intentionally. Breathing out, cat. Again, we're just making flexible the spine. Breathing in. In your own time, let's do 3 more. Taking your own breath tempo. I'm going to start my last one. Breathing in and going into cow. Breathing out, going into cat. And then I'll finish. I'll wait for anybody who's still doing the third one. And then we're done with those little exercises on the spine. So we'll take the block out. We go on all fours. Now we're going to work, as I said, we're going to do a lot of work on shoulders today. So let's start by mobilizing them, if that's such a word. But we're going to go on to tabletop. Now what we're going to do this time, we're not going to do the cat-cow that we do here, but we're just going to collapse the shoulders. How can I say? Bringing the scapulae or the shoulder blades, first closing them and then opening them. Then closing them, so we just actually, what we don't normally do is collapse the shoulders between your arms, breathing out. Breathing in, opening the scapulae or the shoulder blades out to the sides. So it's not the spine now, just the shoulders. Breathing out, breathing in. So it's shoulder work, yes? Notice I'm not doing anything with the hips or with the spine. Let's just do that. Another 5 breaths. The breathing, just choose one pattern. It doesn't matter if you're breathing in down or breathing out in, just to actually have a tempo. 3. Really deep each time. 4. And 5. Right, let's come and sit on our, now we're going to sit on our toes, instead of sitting on our heels, sit on our toes while we just loosen up the shoulders. Now put a little bit on the weight on the toes. This is also part of the exercise. We're going to actually try and stretch the toes. If it's too much, then obviously stay forward here. If you can actually put the weight on them, just put them. Mobilize the shoulders back, mobilize the shoulders forward. And then we come back forward. Right, let's do this nice little flow, which should get the whole body moving here. So we're going to go from tabletop. Now try and find a strong shoulder position here, so we're not kind of just loose there. We're actually taking the shoulders blades down and in, and then lift the knees up. Yeah, so just lifting the knees up. You should engage the core. And it's a static position. Hatha Yoga has many static positions. We don't really do flow. So don't be surprised if we spend, 5 breaths or 10 breaths in one position. But while you're in the position, we're actually being aware of what's my core doing, what's my, the quads doing, what are my shoulders doing. So we're never kind of just passively there. And then we're going to take the tailbone up to the sky towards the downward dog. Yeah, lead with the tailbone. Then from there, rolling the heels forward onto the toes, go to a really high plank, knees down, and before they touch, we roll back to downward dog. So we're going to do like a wheel here, yeah? Rolling forward, the high plank, knees down, before they touch, whoop, up to downward dog. So we're just going to do this a few times. Should strengthen and mobilize. Breathe out, breathe in forward, breathe out, up. And do make noises to accentuate the breathing if you want to. Just feel that you're with it. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. 3 more in your own time. Each time, feel your body, what it's doing. Your shoulders, your wrists, your knees, your calves, just feel around. This is my last one. Let's meet the downward dog. 5, 4, loosen your neck. Check how your shoulders are holding the body there. 2, and 1, knees down. And again, we come back to our toes, sitting on our toes, putting some weight, medium weight or full weight. And let's just mobilize the shoulders, wrists. Okay, from here we continue with puppy pose. Puppy pose is going to be hips. This is going to be a nice deep chest opening and shoulder spread. Hips over knees, and then arms kind of 45 degrees or whatever in front of you, in a way that you can actually start lowering your chest down. And then we have, each person has their own level. It's very personal. You can actually be here. You can actually go deeper, maybe get your arms in the same line as the torso. Maybe you can put your forehead on the ground. Some of you will be able to put your nose. Some will be able to put your chin. If you're very, very flexible, you'll be able to put your chest. Each person is at their own level. Puppy pose. Just feel those shoulders nicely opening. You can go a little bit deeper as we spend a few more breaths here. Feel the shoulders, yeah, moving them back and up. And then bringing the hands towards your body, not lifting from the shoulders. We put the elbows down, yeah? So we're actually not going to try and make force or push or pull when the articulations, the joints are in a deep stretch, yeah? So we push with the hands. Right, from there we're going to go again, continuing on the theme, we're going to go to dolphin pose. I've got my elbows down on the ground. My hands are facing forward. Technically, they should be parallel, but you know, just follow your body. We got joints that are dictating these angles, so we don't have to force them. Just make them feel natural. And then from there, we're going to raise, do like a downward dog, raising your tail up and standing on your toes. And this is going to be dolphin, yeah? This is quite hard for a lot of us if we got stiff shoulders, but that's why we do it, yeah? And then from there, try and get your head between the shoulders and adjust your feet so that you are actually not too close, not too far. Just find your own dolphin there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then breathe out and just pendulum forward, sort of forehead towards hands. Breathe in, back to head between shoulders. Breathe out. Just pendulum the shoulders forward and back. Let's do that 5 times. Maybe breathe in on the forward, breathe out on the back. Two more times. And on the last one, hold it. Dolphin. 5, 4, 3, 2. Knees down. And then bring the elbows towards your knees. And let's go into a child pose. Rest shoulders. Rest shoulders and rest shoulders is what we're doing up to now. So just have a nice rest there. And maybe come up once again on your toes. If that's feeling good for stretching the toes. And just roll the shoulders back. Make circles. And forwards. Release the toes. Release the shoulders. Right, this is the second to last shoulder exercise. If it's getting too much, really do just, you know, take a little child pose here. But let's see if we can. I think most of us have got healthy shoulders and we can do this. So we're going to do again the crunching in and out, but instead of in tabletop, which you can do if this is going to be too much, doing it in a plank. So we're in plank, strong shoulders. Engage core. This is a classic plank. And then now just collapse the shoulders into your arms and then push your shoulder blades away from each other. Let the shoulders collapse into each other. The shoulder blades collapse into each other. Push the shoulder blades away from each other. And become aware of your shoulder blades, yeah? The scapulars, not to be confused with spatulas. 3 more times. Really get them to touch, get them over the shoulder, this side of the arms almost. Get the shoulder blades to touch. Pull those shoulder blades out to the side. One more time, let the shoulder blades touch and push the shoulder blades out. Knees down and come back to sit on your heels. If you care to, if you want to, let's continue working the toes. While we just do some movements there for the shoulders, just to again relax them. And we're done with shoulders, yeah? Okay, let's go a little bit of hip work. We're gonna go on all fours. And then from there, we're gonna take right foot out, touching the ground, adjust so that the mat is centered to you or you're centered to the mat. Lift that right leg up. Push the heel towards the wall. And what that's doing is actually stretching my hip, yeah, the socket. Not twisting the hips, hip square, but just pushing that heel away, left arm out. Pushing the left arm ahead and the right heel back. Engage the core so we're not collapsing. Engage the core. 3, 2, push and pull, and hand down, knee down. Left side, left foot down, adjust. Left leg up, Push the hip. Can you see how my leg's stretching? Stretch from here, from there. Try and get it to stretch from the hip. Right arm out. Push that right arm to touch the front wall and that left heel to touch the back wall. Always keeping hips square and shoulders square. Let's not do any of this, yeah? And this is where I cannot see you and you have to follow instructions and try and be very, very clear. Right hand down, left knee down. And we've got to follow the instructions as best we can because that's all the communication plus the visual that you have with me. Right, don't turn around. You're still on the same side. I'm just going to change because we're going to go back to the right leg out. And then just bring the knee to the side. This is the sort of dog peeing position. And back out, back to the back. Knee to the side. Push the heel back. Knee to the side. And then just hold the knee there on the side. Lifting it up. Have a big pee. Imagine being a dog and really getting this, well, a male dog, I guess it is. 3, 2, and release that knee. I'm going to turn around again, just so that I don't pee the wall. So left foot goes out, heel, push that heel to the back, knee to the side. Heel to the wall, knee to the side. Heel to the wall, knee to the side. Hold and lift. Lift the knee up. Square hips, square shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. And we're going to go back to the side. Don't move around. Just imagine I'm in the same place, yeah, just so that I don't hit the wall. So now we're going to go rotations. Right knee out, forward, down, and back, yeah? So I'm not going to rotate the knee, not the foot. Forget the foot. The foot will follow the knee because it's there. So we're going to use the knee to draw big circles on the right. 3, 2, and 1, and circles the other way. Down, front, up, down, front, up, down, front, up. Big circles with the knee. It should be mobilizing your hips very nicely. 3, 2, 1. Knee down. Turn around, not turn around. The other side. So it'll be the left knee going up now. And then from there, forward, down, back. Just the knee, forward, down, back. We're going to use the knee to lever or leverage, leverage the hip, yeah, not the foot. Big circles on the left. Turn the circles round, so it will be down, front, up, down, front, up, down, front, up, down, front, up. One more. Knee down and rest. Maybe just sitting on your heels, so if you want to do a child pose. Once again, if your shoulders are feeling the strain, just move them any way that you find helps. And last exercise, we're going to just now clap with our legs, yeah? So the last one, on all fours. I don't know which side it is. I'm going to do right, but you do the next one that you have to do. So knee up to the side and down, down, down. Or I should say up, down, up, down. Every time take it to the limit. Now we can't use the limits because it should be just muscle and tendons working here. Up, up, and still square hips, square shoulders. 3, 2, 1, 2, and 3. I need that. Okay, that's a funny count, but it gets us more looser. Okay, so the other side, last side, I think we only have 2. So left knee, up, down, really opening wide. Really nice exercise for the external, not flexors, well, some flexors, external quads, the outside of the leg. 3, 2, 1, 2, and 3. Release, and everybody to child pose. You can do the wild child, which is knees open. For people with a bit of a tummy, get that tummy in that gap between the knees. And then just relax. They are melting into the mat. Either hands forward or hands by the legs. Just have a little melting moment there. Okay, we're coming back up on the knees and we're standing. Going to kind of, standing positions, balance positions. This is very nice. So we're going to do a warrior flow. It's a lovely flow. I think you've all done it with me, but it's just very nice, very simple. So we're going to go, just watch the people who haven't done it before. So we're going to go warrior 1, warrior 2, bending back, bending forward with the elbow to the knee, bending back with a straight leg. And then we're gonna go to Trikonasana or triangle. But we're gonna do it again with 1 breath each. Sometimes we do it 3 breaths each, then we're gonna do 1 breath each. So we're gonna go from forward, forward stance, warrior 1, arms up, breathe in. Breathe out, warrior 2, which is opening the hips and opening the arms out. Breathe in. Breathe out, bend back. Hold the torso back, right hand over your right ear. Breathe out, right elbow, right knee, left arm over left ear, and stretch the arm. Breathing in, straightening the front leg and bending back again. And breathing out, legs continue straight. And we just take the right hand to the right shin, trying to keep the chest facing the side, hips facing the side. And this one we hold for a few seconds or for a few breaths. This is Trikonasana. Hand on floor if you're able to, hand on shin, anywhere. And the most important thing is opening that chest to the side. So we're not collapsing forward, we're not collapsing back. Everything's a nice flat toasty. 3, arms away from each other. 2, stretch the legs as well. And release everything towards the middle as we come back to the center of gravity. Left side. Breathing in, arms up. Breathing out, warrior 2. Breathing in warrior 2 still. Stretching the arms away from each other. Breathing out, leaning back. Breathing in, elbow, left knee. And straighten the right arm over the ear. Breathing out, straightening the leg and bending back. Breathing in, triangle pose. Left hand goes down towards my shin. Open the chest. Doesn't matter if you're up here. It's actually better to be up here with the chest open than to be down here with the chest down, right? So even if it's up by the knee, open the chest. Hips to the side. If you look at side view, you should see everything. Well, apart from the tummy, you should see everything in one plane, like this. If you can look at the right hand, look at it, at your thumb. 3, 2, stretch the arms, stretch the legs, and release everything towards the middle. Okay, one more time, just with the counts, yeah? No running commentary. So let's just maybe close your eyes and just feel it. We don't need to look stuff. Yeah, there's always looking is out, closing their eyes is in, yeah? So we're gonna go straight from warrior 2, which are the Hips to the side, shoulders to the side, and the arms out. Okay, so engage the core. Yeah, we're not loose like this. Engage the core, engage the tailbone down, and your pubic forward slightly, so we're not in this very common position. Engage, engage, engage the legs, engage the arms. So from all this nice engagement, awareness of your body, let's just take a moment there to close our eyes, take an internal snapshot, and then breathing in, bending back, breathing out, elbow to knee. I should have had the bent knee, which I didn't, but it's okay. Breathing in, straightening the leg, bending back. Breathing out, Trikonasana for 3 breaths. Coming back to the middle. Other side. So left foot forward, right foot 60 degrees, 30 degrees, whatever. Now, last time I actually started wrong. So bending the front leg. And we're gonna do arms stretched to the side. So again, now feel your core, feel your hips, feel your legs, feel your shoulders, feel your arms. Close the eyes, breathing in, bending back. Breathing out, elbow to knee, bending forward straight, the arm like an arrow. Breathing in, straightening the legs, bending back. Breathing out, hand to shin, right arm to the sky, shoulders open, hips open, 3, 2, and 1, everything to the center. Okay, so nice little flow. Let's do a bit of balance work, yeah? And we're going to start in a similar position. Your side angle here. The right hand, maybe at this point we can actually have our blocks ready. 1 on each side of the mat. Have the break. We're going to go into flamingo, which you'll know what it is when you see it. We're going to go into a bind. So bending the right knee forward. The right hand is going to go on the floor or on the block there. I've got my rope on my left side, which I'm going to use to bind. You might not need it, but most of us do to bind behind your back. Or most men do, most women have a little bit more flexibility on the shoulders. So right hand on the block or on the floor. I'm using the elbow to push that knee slightly out. I'm going to try and get my tummy and my rib cage inside that rib there. So in this case, now once I get my tummy and rib cage inside that thigh here, I actually don't need the brick anymore. And then from there, what's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Open the chest, open the left arm, the left shoulder to the sky, open the chest. And now you can stay here, or next challenge will be left arm goes behind you with the rope if you have it. The right hand goes under your thigh, you catch the belt, and then you're in a bind. If you want to see this from behind, this is what it would look like. We use the bind to open the shoulders, to enjoy that stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Again, we come back towards the middle and release everything. Yeah, actually don't need the block if we're doing it nice and deep. We don't need the block. So the other side. Left foot is forward now, bending the knee into it. rope in the right hand, left hand on the floor. Now, once I get my rib cage tummy inside the thigh, I can now go deeper into this, using the elbow to push that left knee. And then from there, open to the side, take the arm behind you, grab, take the left arm behind that thigh, and then bind with your hands or with your rope and stretch. Open the chest. The bind is, you can use force against yourself to do more deeper stretching. 3, 2, 1. Release towards the middle. And coming back up. Okay, loosen up. See how those hips are doing. And we're going to do one more time with the flamingo, yeah? It's a nice challenge. It's nice to not be able to do it. It's nice to try, but eventually, when you get it, it's a nice personal boost, yeah? So, just follow it and just go as far as you can, and, you know, join me at the end. But it's a nice challenge, yeah? So from here, we're going to go back into the right side angle here. Gonna go straight into the bind. Get that tummy in, that ribs in. Left arm out to the side. Bring it behind you. Bind. Okay, and then from binding, stay there or try this. Bringing the left foot towards the right foot. Taking the weight on that left foot. Lifting the right foot. And this would be my flamingo without too much of a straight leg, but you can try and straighten the leg. 3, 2, 1. Bend the leg. We're going to come out, maybe try and see if you can actually get nice and straight. Let's come out the same way we came in. Right foot down, left foot back, bind, and release. Come up, other side. Left foot forward, right foot 90 degrees, 60 or 30 degrees. Rib cage inside my left thigh, hand down, right arm up, going behind, left arm goes under the thigh, and we bind. From the bind, enjoy the bind there, or taking the next level, right foot towards the left foot, lifting up. This is a lovely flamingo, just a little bit lazy, or you can try and straighten the leg, depending on your flexibility. 3, 2, and 1. Release the stretch. Maybe try and straighten up the body. We come out the way we came in. Left foot down, right foot out. Release the bind towards the middle and up. Great. Hope you enjoyed that. We're going to go to continuing on the balance poses. Maybe let's take a moment to just to work on our feet. You know how much I try and stress how this arch here, sometimes as we get older, maybe we get, and depending on the shoes we wear, starts collapsing into a pronated foot, yeah? So lifting it up is good. Try not to wear too many sneakers, which actually just make your arch lazy, and bring those toes up. Lift the toes, which will have an effect on your arches. Bring those toes up. Oh, bring the toes up. Feel all your lower legs pulling the muscles in your feet. Bring the toes up, bring the toes up, bring the toes up. Release the toes. Let's now grab the mat. Grab the mat grab the mat. Or you could do sometimes when you're watching telly, grab the towel, grab the towel. I want to try with both feet at the same time. You can try and do this when you're sitting doing chores, yeah? So grab the mat. Once again, we're going to use your feet to grab the edge of the mat and feel the effect it's having on your whole foot, yeah? Grab the mat, grab the mat, and grab the mat. One last time, toes up. Leave those toes up. Feel the arches not touching the ground. Toes up, toes up, toes up. Lift the toes up, maybe the little toe. Try and bring the little toe up, especially the little toe, all the others, but the little toe. Lift it up, lift the little toe up, and release. Okay, let's do a nice gentle stretch now. Side bend with a twist, not a twist. Side bend with a foot twist. So let's say left foot. Now the feet, I've said this a few times, you know, if you could put them straight, you can put them out, and I cannot tell you which is your angle. Our natural feet angle is related to our ankle joint, knee joint, and hips, yeah? So if you balance forward and backwards in a natural way, you tend to find which is your angle, yeah? And that's your angle, yeah? That's your natural angle. So from that angle, I'm gonna take the right leg behind in a kind of ballerina type of pose. I always say, and then adjust your feet. Maybe now I'm actually opening more my left foot, and just find what feels right to be standing in this kind of funny ballerina pose. But anyhow, it's just so that we can do a stretch here. So find your position that your left leg is forward and your right leg is behind. And then from there, arms up, stretch, core, chest, shoulders up, grab, let's see which way we're gonna do it. Grab the left hand with your the left wrist with your right hand. And then just start a gentle bend to the right. Now allow the hips to go in the opposite direction, yeah? Because we're gonna stretch this front leg on the outside, plus obviously the whole right body. So twist to the right and try and keep the balance, or just feel the balance. If you lose the balance, that's also good, because then you can adjust and learn. Bend to the right. If you're collapsing forward, then look up to the sky or to the roof, and that will help to keep the side bend rather than a forward bend. 3, 2, and bend a little bit deeper, and release. Always releasing gently. Imagine everything is stretched. You don't want to go bang. You want to just put it back in its place. Right foot is forward. Left foot is behind. This is the Royal Ballet or something. I don't know what it is, but it just feels like a ballerina pose. And then from here, check your core, hips, shoulders, and arms up. We're gonna now grab with the left hand my right wrist and stretch to the left. Allow the hips to tilt, so you get a hip stretch and a left body stretch. Stretch, pull. Each out breath you can feel a couple of millimeters more. Last breath. Arms up, hands down, and release gently. Boom. Loosen up. Okay, that wasn't much of a balance, so the balance comes now. Balance is going to be right foot in its natural position, engaging the arch, engaging the kneecap, engaging the hip, left leg up, left knee up. We're going to put the right ankle above the left knee. Sorry, the right ankle, no, the left ankle above the right knee. And then that's a figure of four, what they call a figure of four. And then from there, we're going to bend the right leg, the one standing leg, and just tilt forward. So this is now opening the left side of your hip. And obviously you're creating lots of strength on your right leg. Now here, the classic would be to look down, but we're going to do it facing forward and stretching the arms away from your butt. Push forward, hands forward, bending the knee deeper, hands forward, stretching forward, bending the knee deeper, bending deeper, arms forward, 3, 2, and deeper, and then coming back the way you came in. And on the other side. Let's see if I can get my left and right this time. Left foot standing. Engage that foot, engage that kneecap, engage that left hip, right leg up, right knee up. Yeah, I'm having more trouble with this left leg lately. Then the right ankle on the left knee, above the left knee, shouldn't be on the knee, of course, above the left knee as we bend down. Maybe start this time with the hands in Anjali Mudra to make it slightly easier. Bend, opening the hip here. The knee could be hurting in a natural way, or it could be splitting pain and then you come out of it. Yeah. So if your knees are good, we continue. If you've had an operation or something, maybe this is not for you. Anjali Mudra. Stay there if you want the challenge. Arms forward, sink into a position, arms forward, sink into a position, arms forward. Breathe. Sinking. Last breath, sink. Coming up, Anjali Mudra, and release. Loosen up the hips. Continuing. Strong legs. And to do that, we can use the goddess. So now we're going to open the legs kind of a step and a half. You will find that once we go down, we're not going to goddess. So yeah, you will find the length. If you're too far out, you're going to be like just not being able to hold it. If you're too near, then you're going to be, again, it just doesn't feel right. Just find, maybe, I don't know. The length is what feels right to do this. So this is a goddess pose. I guess the right position will be so your knees are approximately above your heels. Your hips are open, chest is open, and arms are in cactus form. Breathe in, open the chest. Relax. Breathe in, open the chest. Relax. Breathe in, open the chest. Hold it, continue breathing. Now bring deeper hips and chest. Continue breathing. Hands on hips, and we come up. We'll do this one 3 times, or 3 variations. That was the classic one. Now the next one is going to be a little bit with pulses or pulsation or whatever with breathing. So we're gonna go breathe in, star position, everything stretch. Breathe out, goddess. Breathe in, stretch everything. Close your eyes and feel it. Breathe in, stretching everything. Breathe out. 3 more times, your own time. Stay in your goddess when you reach the last time. Open the chest. Open the knees back or your hips. 3, 2, and hands on hips and release. Last variation, really not going to get much time on the ground, but this is good. We're doing good work. So the last time we're going to go into goddess. This time, arms behind your head, not pushing, just placeholder. Just arms there. And then with the goddess legs, I'm going to bend to the right. Breathe in. Left. Right. Going deeper every time. Right. Left. Last time, right. Left. Hands on hips and come out. Okay. Slowly, let's get to the ground. And on the ground, first we're going to do a Sphinx with a variation. So on your tummy, on your elbows. To get to the Sphinx, I like to go a couple of centimeters in front of me and then pull. So I get the Sphinx with a stretched spine. And then just loosen your neck, loosen the shoulders, just check that you're actually relaxed there. And we're winding down now gently, so these are more relaxed poses. So we should have our pelvis on the ground, maybe up to the belly button. If your lower back is, too painful or too much sensation, you can bring your elbows out to lower the curve, yeah? If not, just hold it there. Maybe with the neck, chin facing forward. No, we don't need to actually pull our head back. Just have the neck or the head continuation of the spine. Relax the core. Relax the lower back. I'm going to do this one again, 3 variations. So I'm going to take another 3 breaths here, relaxing, maybe close your eyes. Feel your lower back. We're now compressing the back of the lower back and stretching the front of the lower back, which is the opposite of our day-to-day position. Even standing and sitting, we normally have the opposite curve here. Hands in front of you, make a pillow and rest your head. Let's rest for a few counts there. And then come up again. Right, we're going to do the same again, but some people are not really feeling much. The younger or fitter amongst yourselves. So if you're not feeling much, we're going to go back to the Sphinx. But if you want to do a seal variation, we're going to take the hands out to the sides and then just lift from there. So we go like it's not quite a cobra, but it's not a Sphinx, it's somewhere in between. And we're going to hold that for again, but still should be the tummy, the belt line, or your trouser line should still be on the ground. Loosen the neck, check you're not actually constraining the neck or it's not too taut. Shoulders are also only doing the work they need to do. 5, 4, 3, open the chest, relax the back. 2, and Elbows to the ground, those doing seal. Everybody, hand making a little cushion and face to the ground. Rest there for another couple of breaths. My last variation, we're going to go on Sphinx, classic Sphinx, and then now we're going to do a Sphinx twist. So the right hand is going to go in front of my face. The left hand is going to be on the left side of my body, and then from there I'm going to lift the left shoulder and the right shoulder and look at my feet, or aim as if you're going to look at your feet there. So it's like a, well, it's more than Sphinx, it's more like a cobra with a twist. I'm going to look at my left feet. 3, 2, 1, release. Other side, right hand in front of my face, left hand in front of my face, right hand on the right of my body, and then from there I'm going to lift, aiming at least to look at my feet from the back, from behind. 3, 2, 1. Release one more time on each side. Right hand in front of my face, left hand side of the body. Lift both arms so that we twist as we do a cobra, looking at my feet or my bum if you can. Release. Left hand in front of my face, right hand on the right of the body. Lift both arms to try and look at your feet or your bum if you can. 3, 2, 1. Release everything to the ground. Nice cushion with your hands. Relax your body for a few counts. Right, turning around, lying on your back. We're going to go onto twist and shavasana. Yeah, it's been great. Hope you enjoyed the class. I certainly have. Lying on your back. And we didn't get the core done. We'll leave it to the end. And it's there in my list, but we didn't get time. We'll get some core done on Wednesday. Yeah, don't forget Wednesday, we've got a class at this time. It's not normally not an event in International, but I advertise it in the wall there or in my WhatsApp group. Yeah, so flat on the back. Try and feel that your whole torso is really like a pancake on the ground. Try and relax it and melt your torso to the ground from the lower back, upper back, shoulders. And then from there, lift your knees up. Try to keep the shoulders, my shoulders are not touching the ground, but just try and feel as if they're aiming to touch the ground, and then roll or drop the knees to the right, keeping the shoulders where they are. Oh, and just enjoy that lovely twist at the end of the class. Maybe the right hand can actually put a little bit of weight on the outside of my left knee. Stretch my left arm out to accentuate that left shoulder going to the ground. Look at my left hand and just melt to the ground. Really do relax, really let go now. We're coming to the end. You're going to have 3-minute shavasana. So this is the penultimate asana. Bringing the knees back up. Check how your whole torso is flat on the ground. Drop the knees to the left. Take that right hand to the right side, right shoulder towards the ground, left hand, putting a little bit of weight on top of the outside of the right knee, and then just melt into the ground. Bringing the knees up. Once again, just check your whole torso is really flat against the ground. Put your feet down on the ground, and then you can stretch the feet down. Now, when you stretch the feet, you find that your lower back lifts and you get into this arch and slightly uncomfortable position, full line. You can put a blanket or a bolster. This blanket is not big enough, but maybe you can get a cushion, or maybe for next time, under your knees. So your knees are just slightly up and you can get this space covered, yeah? So the lower back is actually right against the ground, and then just let your shoulders against the ground, hands outside the body, arms facing up or facing in, and then just lie there, and then the body just relax, process everything. This is your time. Thank yourself for giving your body this opportunity to be healthier, and thank your body for bringing you to the mat, because you couldn't come without it. Okay, it's 9:01. Please stay, don't move. I'm going to close the meeting. Lovely class, enjoyed it, hope you all did. Thank you. Spend 3 minutes lying down or 3 hours. Just enjoy your time. Thank you. See you again next Sunday or Wednesday. Namaste.